One of the common misconceptions about Tai Chi fighting strategy is that it is indirect, that it is yielding in a passive defensive strategy. The strategy of Tai Chi is not passive. It is the aggressive search for balance and victory. And experience teaches us that efficient victory is never achieved through aggressively attacking an opponent's strengths or by directly resisting the attacker's onslaught. Remember the Persians at Thermopylae. You don't want to meet a great powerful force. You want to avoid meeting the conflicts head on. At the same time, you want to find the most direct approach to victory. We use circles as a way of achieving directness, just as we use softness to achieve power, and we use slowness to achieve speed. In the solo practice, we use softness and relaxation to help us develop a direct alignment with the ground, with the center of the earth, and getting rid of any lateral pressure or superficial tension. This enables us to form an internal structure which is capable of withstanding an opponent's direct pressure and redirecting it into the center. But the purpose of the structure is not to resist the attack, but to enable us to meet it without tension. This gives us a great deal of mobility. This allows us to turn and to neutralize without fighting against ourselves or without resisting against the opponent's attack or resistance. The absence of tension allows us to neutralize without yielding and without resisting. We don't try to take anything away from the force of the attack. We don't try to stop the other person from attacking. We simply add to the attack the energy that will suit our purpose. So in the solo practice, we learn how to stand so that we're not counter-levering, which means that all of the energy, all the weight from our body is being redirected straight down into the ground without any pressure going into our joints, into the small of our back. We relax the shoulders, we align the head, we allow everything to settle down through the ground. So even our arms, the power from the arms goes down into the ground. The power is in the structure, not in any effort that we're using to resist his pressure. So if Chris pushes, he pushes, and the power goes into my arm. He pushes really hard, it goes into the arm, and it goes straight down through my back, through the ground, and into the earth. And he can push really, really hard, and I can change my shape as long as I maintain that alignment with the ground. And if he's not on my center, then he just rolls off. And he rolls off because there's no resistance, there's no tension in my body. The structure is aligning with the ground, so if he's pushing into the structure, he goes into the ground. If he's not on my center, he misses. He just rolls off. I don't have to do anything to push him off to the side. There's no block, there's no deflection. He pushes, and I just roll. So I have what is called pangjing, which is like water supporting a boat. As he pushes, he just floats on me, like that. So I don't use any effort to redirect it. Okay? Good. Thank you. And as he's always off target or into the ground, it takes no effort on my part to be able to neutralize his attack. So for now, his attack is having no effect on me at all, except that it's causing me to pay attention. Okay? Now as he pushes, if he pushes into my center and he's right on target, I can do a big neutralization, and now I'm on his center, and now I can do a direct attack and push him. Okay? Yep. Okay, and I can push him using that same structure, using the stabilizing muscles in my body without using force, and just a small movement, boom, like that, and it sends the energy through him. One thing I do not do, and this is one common misconception, is that as he pushes, I don't just yield. I don't just let him walk over me. So what I want to do is to neutralize is not just the hand, not just the arm. I want to neutralize the energy of his entire body. So if Chris is pushing, I don't want to just let the hands go by and have the whole body come slamming into me. Instead, I want to engage, as he pushes, engage using his tension as a guide and roll up into his center. So as he pushes, I can neutralize, but I stay on his spine. If he pushes, I neutralize his whole body and I stay connected to his center. So I'm like the compass needle inside the compass. While the outside of the compass may rotate, I'm staying on his center all the time. That's the sticking part. So from here, as he pushes, I can do a big circle and turn and attack him from behind, okay, which may happen. But if he pushes and I turn, I only have to go this far. I don't have to go very far at all. Here, I just have to go to here. Now he's missing. I don't have to keep neutralizing. from here, the structure will do its work. I don't have to make sure that he's completely gone so that there's no force between us. I use that force between us and I redirect into his center. So when he starts his push, he's lined up with the ground, if his elbow's dropping. He's lined up with the ground and the power is going into me. So if he pushes and I'm not structured properly, he pushes and he pushes me right across the room. There. So he pushes because he's connected to the ground and because there's a direct line of power between my arm, between my body and his foot. So what I do is I turn just enough so that power is no longer going towards my center. Now it's going off to the side. But he will still feel like there's some power there, so he keeps pushing. Now as he keeps pushing, he just bounces right off. His own push ends up knocking him off balance. So I can do a big circle if I want to, if it's going to work, and then I have him off center. But I can also do a small circle like this. There, it's done. So let's see that again. Very slowly. He pushes, he's in alignment, he's pushing me over, I relax, now he's not pushing me anymore. Not a very big movement. Right? And now, I'm right into his center. So if he pushes me from here, I only have to neutralize that much, and it happens from the structure. Okay? It's not from anything that I do. If he pushes, there's my neutralization. See? There's my neutralization. He's pushing, but he's not on my center. So all I had to do when he pushed was turn like this, and now go forward into his center. So here, he pushes, he's solid, he's rooted, he's connected to the ground. If I use force, it's not going to work. There. But if he pushes like that, and I turn just a little, and I sink just a little, I redirect the energy into the ground. Now he can push all he wants, but he's not connected to the earth as much as I am, and I can just walk forward like that. So this is a kind of borrowing energy. So as he pushes, I can do that, and he bounces backwards. The same idea can work from a strike. If he punches from here, I only have to redirect his energy a little bit. The only place I don't want to be is here. So as he punches, he comes in, I do this. There, that's all I've done. There's my neutralization. There's my rollback and my press. So as he comes in, I roll back. See? He missed me. Right? Just enough. And all I did to make that happen was distract his intent a little bit. So as he punches, I go, oh, look over there. And his mind gets distracted just enough to follow my hand. It won't go that far all the time, but if I do this, he will miss by this much. Right? So as he throws the punch, I go, oh, change his frame of reference, and it draws his fist just off my face. But not too much. Right? Just enough so that he thinks he's still punching, but he's not on target. From here, I can just walk forward. Okay? And so from here, he throws a punch, boom, very straight line. There's my rollback and my press, or Liu and Ji. Okay. From here, from the very first movement in the form, where you step out to the side and the hands rise, and then the hands lower. I step to the side, there's my rollback. Very, very soft, almost no pressure at all, the weight of a hair. Right? And from there, I go right into his center. I can have a fist, right? I can grab pressure points, but as he throws a punch, boom, there, right to his face. This hand has distracted him a little. I step to the side, and from here, I drop my hands, and he goes down. So, with full speed, there. A real attack, hit me. Okay, there, tiny little movement, there, but I'm right on his center. Okay, there, just a little sooner. He grabs my arm, and he's holding on, controlling my center. Grab with both hands, try to pull me around, move me around. Right? From here, I move and change the angle so that he tries to pull me around. I change the angle so that he's not on my center, so that he's not actually pulling my center. He tries to push me, right? He's not on my center. If he tries to pull me, right? It's not on my center. It's not affecting my center of gravity. He tries to twist my arm in a joint lock, like this, right? So he does it again. Here, I move at right angles to his pressure so that he's not able to get me, and I'm on his center all the time. He attacks, I stop him. I stop his mind. I've caused his mind to be redirected, and his body follows. I don't just neutralize. He attacks, I redirect, and I go right for his center. And it happens in about an 11th of a second. I can neutralize slowly and let him complete his punch. Okay? From there, I can do one of those. Okay? But I'm in his center. I'm not just attacking his arm. As he punches, okay, I'm directly engaging him. I will eventually be able to neutralize his attack before he even thinks about attacking. Neutralize the motivation behind the attack, and you win the fight before there's ever any awareness of conflict.